Okay, now you remember this our bell drinker that we installed some months back. The title of that video is how to install automatic deluxe bell drinker. So I received a question yesterday on because there is a spring inside this place. As you're losing this stuff up, there's a spring in there that actually regulates how the water shuts off and when the water should flow back into the bell drinkers. Okay, where is the spring installed? So that's the essence of this video. I want to show, really use it as an opportunity to show where that spring is installed. Though in that video I forgot to point that out, so that's why you couldn't see the spring, because that spring is one of the most important accessory here, because it's actually, because as the water pumps in into this bell drinker, it will create some level of weight that will make this valve to shut off. The water will not flow in again. As they drink again, the weight will be reduced. That spring will lift it up a little. As the spring lift it up a little, water will flow in. As the water creates some level of weight, it will shut off with the help of that spring. So I'll be showing you where that spring is installed. Okay, you remember whenever I'm brooding using these bell drinkers, I normally place it on the floor like this until after some time before lifting it off the floor. Now that spring that that person asked me of is inside. You see, this is where you actually regulate how much water gets into the bell drinkers before it shuts off. So this is where you regulate it. So this there is a kind of thread here. So you can see the spring. This is where the spring is installed. This is how inside looks like, because I can remove this one like this. So without this spring, water will not pump into. Without this spring, water will not pump into this point, because the spring has to lift it up before water starts coming in. The spring will have to lift it up before water starts coming in, and then once they drink from the water, it shuts off. Or once the water creates some level of weight, it shuts off. So this is where the spring is installed. So when you push in this spring here, this something like a rubber nut also will help you to compress that spring and then screw it to this body. So you use this screw to regulate how much water should be in the bell drinkers before it shuts off. Okay, remember I said once this is the spring, just like I said, it goes into this stuff where you normally hang it. So as you put it inside, you use this to compress it and then screw it properly. Now it may not need to go down, because remember, this is where you adjust how much water should be inside this bell drinker, this place, before it shuts off. Normally I don't allow the water to be much here, because at times they may just hit the bell drinkers and you see some water on the floor. No, so just adjust it a little. The more you screw it down, the more water will be in the bell drinkers before it shuts off. The more you screw it up, the less water that will be in the bell drinker before it shuts off. So this is where you regulate how much water should be in the bell drinker, not here. You regulate that from here. So that is where the spring is installed. So I just want to use this video to respond to the comment my follower made yesterday. I want to use this video to respond to it, because I don't think that there would have been a better way to really explain this, to really point out where this spring is, other than making this video to respond to that comment. Again, this is the spring. This is very, very important, very, very important. So it goes in here, and then you use this screw to compress the spring and then screw it properly. Again, this screw is what regulates how much water goes to the bell drinker. So that's the function of this screw. So after that, your hook now goes in here. The whole explanation is in that video. So thank you so very much. If you find this video helpful, kindly do well to hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification icon, like, comment, share, as this will help us to reach a larger audience. Thank you.